Hey, what's going on? How are you beautiful people doing? Coming out here. It's been a little second. I have been moving a mile a minute, getting everything together for my upcoming summit, but I'm coming out here to give you a golden nugget for today. And so in the community, it says stop wishing on influencers. And on YouTube, it says that influencers are overrated. And so this is important. This is an important concept when it comes to creating community. And I want to talk about it because I watch so many people miss out on building very strong businesses because you are always trying to capitalize on connecting with influencers. And when you don't realize that those influencers were little peons at one point in their life and they saw a gaping hole in the industry, they saw where something else was oversaturated, and they decided to build their own community of influence. And a lot of you don't realize it, but you're basically chickening out and not doing this because you think you're taking the easy way out. And so there's this conference that I'm aware of. My mentor participates in it. It's a pretty cool conference. But you know what they do and how they do what they do, they're a pretty saturated industry. And to me personally, a lot of energy is put into pitching and making money, and it doesn't necessarily mesh with the vibe that I'm going for. Now, I could be trying to hurry up and go to those events and be like, ooh, if I could just get that person on my podcast, if I could just get this person to be a speaker, if I could just get this person to do this, you think that that opportunity of connecting with that person is what's going to actually cause your business to skyrocket, but their reputation is their reputation. It's not going to do anything special for you. And I hate to break it to you like this, but a lot of people that are already influencers, I won't even say that it's because they're disrespectful. They already have plenty of things to do that they have on their plate that they're not necessarily going to promote the way that you want them to promote. They aren't going to be as active in the way that you want them to be. There's a sister right now that I could call on who is, I believe she's finally crossed seven figures, and she definitely was an upper tier, multiple six-figure earner. And if I call on her right now and I say, will you please be a part of my summit? Not only will she do it, she's going to come, she's going to give tremendous value, and all of that stuff. But what I have found is that out of all of the people who get the most signups, she's one of the people that gets the fewest. Now, does she has taken time. We've done live videos to promote my event. She has shared the post on social media. She's even made videos before and put it on there or put it on her website. But people that really, really want her, it's cute. It's cute. You on that podcast. You're in that summit. You're doing that thing, but they want her products and services. Her audience wants whatever it is that she has to offer, not necessarily this myriad of things that could come from finding this other local person's thing. This is no disrespect. I'm talking about myself. It's no disrespect. It's no shade, but that's just being real. And what ends up happening is that the people that you sleeping on, that you don't see their brilliance, that you don't include in the things that you have going on, are the ones who will push what you have the hardest. That's what I have found. I have found that the sister who is a genius in her own right, that gets extraordinary results for people when she does work with them, but she's still kind of having an issue with really understanding how to navigate social media. For instance, when that sister comes and she's a part of my summit, she's like, wait a minute. What I got to do, how I got to promote, how I got to put this out there. And she will push what I have to offer so hard. She'll get a gang of signups. She'll get a lot of participation. Hey, boo, because she has bought into the science of what it is that I'm creating, because she's like, if this is going to work, then I need to work it. And let's look at this from a psychological perspective. Anytime we have a product or service, okay, just wait. I'm on a live video. I'm on a live video. Wait, close the door. Close the door. I'll do it. I'll deal with it later. You're not listening to me. Not this time. This time you wait. I love my kids, but not today. Because this video ain't even gonna be that long. But back to what I was saying, if I get my brain back, all discombobulated. But anyway, so what ends up happening is this: when you have a product or service out there that you need to promote, a lot of times, even if you're used to promoting and selling, it's kind of like that conscience is there. I'm putting an offer out there again. I'm posting again. A lot of times the people that do the best promoting and posting, they don't even do their stuff anymore. They've hired someone to do it. They don't feel like they're always selling. But when you're doing it yourself, that feeling of I'm promoting, I'm posting, I'm promoting, I'm posting. But when somebody else has something to offer, it's always so easy to be, look at my girl, she's selling this. Look at my girl, he's doing that. If you ever really pay attention to it, if you've done enough collaborations, you will see that the energy goes to the rooftops. It is always so much easier for somebody to say, look at her, she's brilliant. Because we as women usually have to work through the psychological issues of being able to say, you know what? I can stand up and I can shine. I can be bold and I can say that I'm the best and the prettiest and the most beautifulest this one in the whole wide world. You know what I'm saying? There's a psychological shift that has to occur with us for us to be like that. And so a lot of you're going to want to do collaborations. You're going to want to have guests on your podcast. You're going to want to do summits and stuff like that. And while you're trying to get an influencer who, number one, I'm not saying they won't acknowledge the fact that they participated on your show, they're not going to give it that same energy or that same and you're not necessarily going to get the turnout that you want. You're like, oh my God, they must have a list of 10,000 subscribers and they have all of these different things. But what you still fail to realize is that there is not a collective desire. Those people that are following them just want their stuff. But when you're at the bottom, what appears to be the bottom or not that far up, go on your way on the journey, then everybody's got this thing like, okay, look, let's do this together. Come on, let's get the community together. So if you show your people and I show my people and you show your people, we show our people and we do all of this, then you know what, man, I might show it to 50 people and only 3 of them want something from me, but I'm eating. And if the other 20 want you and 10 want you and these people don't want nobody else, then so what? And so the energy is so intense that the underdog, the little loaf that you sleeping on is the one that's going to shift your event. I've been doing summits since 2017. Trust me, even with podcasts, it's the one that seems like they just a little regular old person that when they drop a podcast, I'm like, dang, where all these downloads come from? Them influencers, they got a whole bunch of people. It'd be like drip, drip, drip. And I didn't even have some of them come back to me, be like, oh, girl, I'm so sorry. Can you resend me the links again? I wanted to send something out to my list to let them know that I was on it. The little old be so happy, be like, oh man, I am on one of the biggest, baddest podcast shows ever. And I ain't never had nobody make me feel so at home. And she's so real. She's so genuine. She authentic. And what you all fail to realize is that you're creating something. Listen, do y'all realize that I'm like literally giving you the game? I mean, like I'm giving you the juice. I'm giving you the juice. And this video is actually live on YouTube. So the people that's in an Authentic Collective, or even if you're watching on YouTube, I'm like giving hardcore juice. Now, there's always another layer of juice. Y'all know that for me to give inside of the community, but real freaking talk. The raving fans that you're looking for, the input that you're looking for, the raw camaraderie that you're looking for, straight up golden nuggets, girl, that's where you find it. So I'm not saying don't ever go after influences and never try to, connect with heavy hitters. And I'm not saying don't do that. But what I'm saying is that those of us that skyrocket up to the top, we're the ones that fight for the underdog. We're the ones who see greatness. We see the diamond in the rough. We're willing to do the digging and do the hard work. And so I work with sisters all the time. And she'd be like, August, I've been doing this for years, but my business really hasn't taken off. I'm sitting there talking to you. And you sitting here breaking this down and that down and that down, and I know something about your industry. And then I throw a curveball at you and ask you a question and you still come back and be like, oh, no. And I'll be like, yes, you spot on. I ain't got time to be worrying about whether or not you've made your first 10K. And if you consistently bring in 5 figures every month, girl, you a genius. The reason why you ain't bringing in that money yet, because enough eyes ain't on me. Well, yeah, I had to bring my little Tupac in there with my corny butt, but you know what I'm saying. And so that energy right there is what then creates raving fans. So a lot of you're going to be so busy. You trying so hard to get your channel off. You trying so hard to get your product off. You trying so hard to get just your business off the ground, but you going after all of the people that are already well established. And you got to understand they have fought hard for where they're at. And so some of these people I do think they didn't just got haughty. But a lot of them, they went through so much grit to get where they are. They're slightly protective before they let people in. And I can even say that for myself. My sister spots are taken, but I do have a nice outer outer edge perimeter circle that I have room for, because there were some areas and some times in my life when it was the lowest, when it was the hardest, when it was thickest, when I needed the most support, the ones that consistently showed up. There might have been 15 women there in the beginning, but now it's barely 2 or 3 there now. You know what I'm saying? And so as this thing continues to build, the community would build, but certain tiered slots are full. And so you're going after these influencer spots and their spaces are full. Okay. So stop going for the influencers because it's overrated. Don't go for the influencers, build the influencers. Those of us that are master creators of communities, that those of us that connect people very well, we're the ones who make it to the top, not the ones who learn how to capitalize on other people's stuff, because the influencers ain't going for it. Right. You said room in the right. All right. In the outer limits. Hello. So I'm out of here. If any sister happens to listen to this, guess what? Come on over to aclive.co, because we have even more intense, real conversations in regards to how us Black ladies need to hear it and feel it and discuss it. Mini plug, just know that in April, get ready. This is what it looked like last time. All these Black queens, all these beautiful sisters, business master. Well, that was the Authentic Collective Summit, and then this was the Business Mastery Summit. But we coming back again, y'all. We coming back again, and I can't wait to serve y'all. And I'm gonna go get my outrageously loud children. It's all good, but I love you all. I gotta get out of here. Deuces.